What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video, and we have more content today. We did get a flashback Hummels that actually I'm considering. 285 rated teams. It's not a bad card. Obviously the pace would be the massive thing, but you easily can fix with either a shadow, catalyst, whatever you want. Personally, it's just a collection card, if anything. It's a 91 rated card. It's a potential. The packs back are not incredible. But what this video is on today is these two packs right here. We're going to discuss, basically, are they worth it? That is always what we're always looking for. We're going to look at what the requirements are on both. Personally, I have had a look already, and it mind boggles me. For me, this is an untradeable one to watch. So, realistically, what are we looking for? There's Hazard, Ben Yedder, Griezmann, Pepe, De Jong, Coutinho, Lukaku, De Ligt, Wan-Bissaka. They are mainly the only ones that are more than about, say, 50 to 60k worth of value. Some of them being a little bit lower, some of them a little bit being quite a considerable amount higher. Hazard, for instance, is 500 and something k. He's a 92 rated player. Likely chance of being able to get him, very slim. Also, another factor into this is we did not have any other winter one-to-watches. They have refreshed them and put them into winter refreshes. Completely different, unupgraded cards. So we only have the very first set of one-to-watches in these packs. Then I came to the SBC. The one-to-watch card, or the one-to-watch SBC, untradeable, requires one minimum one-to-watch card. So already the very first one that you have to do, you have to either purchase or use, if you've kept him or anyone in the club, the one-to-watch card from the very start if you pre-ordered the game. Personally, I have Maguire. I did not fancy putting him in. Then we have, obviously, the 83 rated squad. For me, it just mind-boggled me that we had to give up a one-to-watch in this. It does make sense once you have done it once. You always have one card then, if you're not happy with that card, to put back into it. That's fair enough, I suppose. In the tradable one, which is the one we're going to be completing today, we have a one-to-watch player, which is, again, fair enough, and an inform, as well as the 83 rated team. So I've went and picked up just one, Sarabia. Obviously, he is a little bit inflated, so I had to spend 27k on this card that was 19k before this, so already people are buying him. Personally, I bought one just to see what we can do with him. I'm going to have a look at the untradeable informs we've got in the club. Obviously, we can go for a little bit lower because we have an 85 already in the club, and then we'll look at some untradeable golds as well to put in for this 83 rated team. Personally, I'm not giving up Pepe. I want to predominantly look at anything lower than 82, really. And personally, I don't know how many informs I've got that are relatively lower rated. Okay, so here we go. We've got some 81s here. So I'm thinking we'll go with a Bundesliga player, or in fact, we'll put two of them in, because if we don't have to have a lot of chem, I'll whack that Spanish guy in 70 chem. Okay, so in fact, we can put him there. We'll link him up with Sarabia, and we'll have a look at what untradeable golds I've got in the team. So then obviously we can make our next move onto this. An 83 rated team, for me, I wouldn't bother with these at all. I'm just going to basically prove this fact by doing one and showing Jolly Tionos, whatever you want to call him, in this pack. The lowest rated one we're guaranteed to get, I can imagine. But if we get Hazard, it's still not going to change my opinion. We're going to go Canales, just get an 84 in there before we go for the low ones. We're going to strictly kind of stick to the Liga if possible. Fabian can go in there. All of these untradeable we will kind of recycle and put back in the club later on. So I'm quite happy to use a lot of these. And I'm pretty sure we probably can go lower rated as well. Now we've got a lot of the higher rateds in here. Let's go to the 81s and put some Spanish in here. Let's have a look. We'll go with your La Liga. In fact, no, the goalkeeper. We've gone with the inform there. And then that, realistically, if we get one more, we'll go with either goalkeeper, because we'll have the chem quite easily. We'll just put the lowest rates in first, and we'll see what we can do from there. So we'll go with you there. Goalkeeper at left back. We'll go with a striker up top. Santi there. We'll go with the left wing as right wing. We'll then look at the CDM and the centre back. That's an 81 rated team, and we'll try and put an 82 in. Hold on. So that's 82 rated. We'll try with Casillas. Let's take out this one. No, and we'll go with another 83 on the 81. No, we got any low? We haven't got no lower rated players, so I'm guessing the 84 will push it. It will push it. We will put you there, and then we'll swap Casillas in, as obviously we want to keep as many of the meta players or better players as such in there. So that's the first team done. So pretty easily. As you can see, an 85 with Sarabia, 184, 81s, 82s, 83s for the rest. So we've got a tradable one-to-watch player. See if we can get our money back. That is the main reason for this. Personally, I just don't think these are going to be worth it in the slightest. We're halfway through the year. We're pretty much into very meta players now. And I just can't see how accessible Hazard, Griezmann, Ben Yedder are really going to be. So we're going to open it up this first one and see what we're looking at. See what the move is. If we get a walkout, that's fantastic. If we get a good one, we get a walkout one. Okay, that's all right. We get Spanish, watch it. CDM. Okay, who's this? Hey, we get Rodri. Okay, so we've managed to one-up our player. I'd probably say Rodri's better than Sarabia. It's not bad. Like, that's not a terrible one. But that's what you're getting. That's what you're expected. Is any of these players going to go into your club? Like, for instance, I have made coins back on this one, so I can't be too upset. I probably will sell him. Because let's have a look. Let's, for instance, so we bought Sarabia for what? 28k. We already know there was a 40k bid on that one. Personally, is not needed in the club. So realistically, let's have a look. So we'll put him up for what? 48. I know there was 48s there. So we've got 44, 42 there. Let's have a look. So we'll go with 41 and a half. We've got 40k's there, so we'll whack him up for 40.5k. Where did he go? He's in my club, isn't he now? So that isn't a terrible one, like I said. But the problem is that is a decent pull. Like, that's not a terrible pull. Imagine if you got a 78 rated one or someone of the lower variety. That's going to really have a massive impact on what you're trying to do. We'll whack 40 there. We'll go with that and see if we make that. Makes our money back and practically doubles it. If you kind of count the team that we used as well being untradeable, it does put them into coins. That for me is not a bad one. But like I said, there is so many out there that you could get. For instance, just looking at somebody, let's just see what Haller is looking like. I know he is a one to watch. I just don't know how expensive he is. I know, obviously, okay, so he's even gone up a little bit. So, to be honest, value-wise are going to be very the same because you are looking at everybody doing this SBC trying to get Hazard. But likely chance of him getting it is just not going to happen. I just don't think it's going to be worth it. So, realistically, would I stay away from them? Yeah, probably. I've done one. I've managed to get money back just by getting one that I thought I was going to get a back one of Sarabia back then. But for me, I'd stay away from them. I really hope that they kind of go with the mid-icon pack or even a team of the week pack. I would much prefer that than this. These are a dead content now. Realistically, without the release of the Winter One to Watches, this SBC should not have come out again. Maybe if you had a lower requirement for them just to make them a lot more accessible. An 81 rated team, screw it. These players are not going to be worth anything. They really are not going to get upgraded that much by the end of the year if you get a mid-tier one. Rodri is very, very unlikely to get above 87 by team of the season, which then they become extinct. They become nothing. So for me, I just don't think they're worth it. I really, really don't. And I don't know why they've released them. It is content at the end of the day, so I can't be too unhappy with it. But for me, it's just not the right content. And the only thing I wanted to actually have a look at whilst we're here is to see if they've released a new third player. Because I know they did Serie A and they've done La Liga. I'm interested to see if they've done a next one for another team. By the looks of it, they may not have because I've seen the other two. So at the minute, we've only got 2 of these winter refreshes that actually make me really want to go back to the League SBC, because if you think you redo all of these SBCs, you've now got an 87 and an 88 into the club that can be used in SBCs. When you then recycle again, you can do them again and get another 88. That then becomes very useful into SBCs in comparison to the 85s and 84s. That becomes then very nice into what you can have as a collection. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let me know down below if you're going to be completing ND1 to watches, and if you have, let me know what you've got. Let me know down below what you think. Make sure you like and subscribe this video as well if you did enjoy. We're going to be doing so many more reviews, so stay tuned on the channel, and apart from that, I'll see you all for the next one. Peace.